I am Julie John from the Little Shuswap Lake Indian Band, part of the Secwepemc Nation. I am an entrepreneur. I own my own business called Be Inspired Events and Event Planning, which I do a lot of event planning within our nation. I also opened Be Inspired Professional Center, which houses the Sisters Closet clothing program, where we take donations of women's professional attire and we give it away for free to women in need. We're also creating an Indigenous co-op space, gift shop, where Indigenous entrepreneurs pay $20 a month and we sell their products. They get all the sales less the $20 a month. We also have a meeting conference room space, which can seat up to 15 people, and then a shared office space as well.
That's fantastic.
And out of the center, I have Leading Indigenous Female Entrepreneur Foundation, which is Life Foundation, where we fundraise and create grants for Indigenous female entrepreneurs in BC. So we just recently raised $8,000. So we do a $1,000 a month grant to start, and then we're going to keep working on fundraisers so we can do that for the entire year.
That's fantastic. That's great to hear.
Yes. So we just awarded our first grant winner. Sunshine Toma was our first grant winner for this month, and that was amazing process. To gift her $1,000 to help her in her business. So, and I know when you're first starting out in business how any money can help you grow.
Exactly. How long have you been operating as a business or an artist in the region?
I opened up my first business 15 years ago. I opened up a cafe called Brown Sugar's Cafe. I and my mom opened it in Squilax, and that lasted about a year before I closed. And then I got into event planning. I got a job doing event planning, and then I went back to school for events and convention management diploma, where I wrote my business plan for Be Inspired. And then when that created, it was always a side thing, like it was there if I needed it. And I wanted to do more of my own events, bringing in inspirational keynote speakers, but that really never happened. I started getting more contracts, doing contract work. When I finished my education, I laddered into the Bachelor Tourism Management program at TRU, where I majored in entrepreneurship and minor in marketing. And then I wrote my next business plan called Eagle Eye Gifts. So we opened a gift shop here downtown Kamloops on Victoria Street. And then we eventually moved to Aberdeen Mall, where we were doing really good. And then the forest fires came, completely shut us down. And then when I closed that business, I had an opportunity to go back to school, where I did my master's at SFU in the Indigenous Business and Leadership program. So, yeah. And now I'm still running. My main where I make money is the Be Inspired Events Planning.
That's incredible. It sounds like you've had definitely an experience with different backgrounds, different jobs in the region. How has it been as an Indigenous business owner and operator? How has your experience been operating in the region?
My experience has been really amazing, and a lot of support and a lot of referrals or word of mouth. The biggest journey that I'm learning is the financial journey, my own financial journey of getting out of debt, learning more about money, about budgeting, about being more responsible with my money as a business owner, and not only in business but my personal financial has been a huge learning. I read a lot of finance books, and I did a journey of recreating my relationship with money, so I have a better understanding and more respect with money, because my mentality before was money is to spend, and that's exactly what I would do. I would get money and spend it with no thinking of the future, and especially as an entrepreneur, you have to invest in your future. Like, I don't have a regular 9 to 5 where I get the benefits, so I have to invest in my future. So that is a big journey that I've been learning lately.
You talked a little bit about financial budgeting.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be something, as a business owner, looking to either support other businesses or
Mm-hmm.
other Indigenous entrepreneurs who are looking to do something similar to you? What is something that you would maybe say as a piece of advice or a piece of learning, something that maybe you experienced along your journey as an entrepreneur to help other aspiring entrepreneurs?
My word of advice is don't be scared to ask for help. When I first started entrepreneurship and being a business owner, I thought I had to know everything. So I was wasting a lot of time trying to figure out the bookkeeping, which I hated and still do. And then I asked for help and hired a bookkeeper, and that changed everything. It gave me the freedom to focus on what I'm good at in my business. And also, I do a lot of my own marketing, but even asking for help and hiring somebody to help me with my marketing, because your time is precious in your business, and you need to stay focused on where you're passionate and what you're good at, and then hiring and asking for help in the areas where you need that support. So.
Awesome. Is there any supports or programming that you would either currently benefit from or would have benefited from in your journey? Something that maybe isn't offered or isn't as accessible in the area that you think would help other entrepreneurs or even yourself?
I did a program in Vancouver out of the Raven Institute. It was called Raven Speak. And I forget how long the program was, but it brought me from start to finish to dig deep, to share my story, and to have the confidence and courage to share my truth. And I shared my journey on entrepreneurship, and having the courage to stand in front of an audience to share my story. I think that really benefited me in all areas of my life, with my self-confidence, with courage, because before I hated public speaking. I would get up and like on the verge of crying. That's how much I hated public speaking. But how important it is, because I always pray like to have a stronger voice, to speak up when I need to. And it definitely gave me the courage to believe in myself and to use my voice more. And even in business, as an Indigenous business owner, the importance of using your voice and standing firm in your choices and your decisions. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Those are the questions that I have.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you'd like to share or you'd like to say while we're here?
I am just so grateful for the work that you're doing, and the more people that can get connected, and these networkings, because of COVID, wasn't so much, but the importance of networking, especially for entrepreneurs or artisans or anyone, because you never know who you're going to meet. You never know the opportunities that are waiting for you at these networking events. And just having a space to share what you do, and then somebody will say, hey, the service or products you're offering, I need that, or etc., right? And then especially within our Indigenous communities, that word of mouth is really important, and that's what I appreciate about our communities, is that support. of knowing somebody and referring and recommending that person to, whether it's to your community or family or even within the nation, is awesome. So, thank you.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much for taking time out of your day to come down here and
Yeah.
having this interview
Yeah.
with me.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.